Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game.
Here we go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal! Go! Set! Set it! Ready! Ready! Hut. Down! Ready! Ready! Come on! Set, let go! Let's go! Ready? Set! Ready? Go! Here we go! Set! Set! Ready? Let's go now! Here we go! Ready? Set! Set it! Let go!
Football weather has arrived and things are getting interesting. I'm Scott Hansen. Here's your Week 10 edition of the Weekly Recap. We start with a good matchup in the NFC. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. He was on target all throughout the day. This one of 6 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Aviators move their mark to 8-1 as they get the victory. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And it's the Tampa Bay defense coming up with the big play here. They force the errant throw, it's picked off, and they've got room, they've got blockers, and no one's gonna get him. Touchdown. The Buccaneers are gonna come away with the victory. They win it by 3 scores. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the Raiders. And this is Dante Thornton. He's going to get a step downfield and run under the deep ball. Chalk it up as a 67-yard touchdown. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.
We're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. On one sideline, we've got a look at the head coach of the visiting Raiders. His defense ready to lead the charge again after pitching that shutout last week. Across the field, head coach of the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. These guys ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Scott here with Brock Heward, and everybody just about set. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. To be the team first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. First and 10, Herbert. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week or in practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He's got first down here from the 36. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Gets it through the middle. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. So new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Shotgun give to Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Glad McConkey with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. Starting from the 5. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. Here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. Let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
They come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Back to Genty. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Another give here to Genty. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. Defense all over this one.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
He covered just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Third and long. They're going to throw. Laying out for this one. He makes the catch.
Complete to number 88.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line.
First down, Las Vegas.
First down. Play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
This is Genty on second. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Zone read, they'll get it to Genty. Like a turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get it behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play, and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. It's a screen play to Genty. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's fourth and maybe a yard.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, stop it.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here. Brock gets first and goal. Genty has nothing nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
They just could not even find a slip of breathing room on that first down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what to go to now.
Screen to the running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown,
The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning it from the 4. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. He's going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. The Chargers, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And the number of times he's been targeted has led to some serious results. He's currently top 5 in the NFL in receptions. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short pass brought in. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Herbert on first down. Finds him on the crossing route. And you do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert gonna tuck and run. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. It's going to be 2nd down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper, it gets 0.
Finds a seam down the middle. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Set.
From the red zone now. Now it's complete. Amari on Hampton. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Herbert with a blitz coming. And then it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers take a second quarter lead. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Fielded at the 7. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. The Raiders and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Flush out now to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. A pickup there of 39. Vegas first down. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he can...
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they come up big on third down there with the sack.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
They're going to try to throw for it. Escapes the pocket. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Looking to throw here. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the... Is Braveheart, but different than Braveheart, these guys got two things on their mind. Number one, get the returner down, and number two, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
Running from the pistol here with Jency. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down. Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. Jency from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. He's going to throw this one. And he's got it. It's in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal.
Come on, come on. 19 Charger, 19
Goal to go. It's a pass play. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
They're out to try and tack on the extra points. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense is having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Caught out left. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Going on first is Herbert. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of... Credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. It's Herbert once more. Has him on the quick hitter. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Herbert again. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to have 1st and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. Now run with Hampton. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Herbert from the gun. He brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll work against the blitz. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point. Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the 2nd best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. One last play before the break. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this 1st half. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home to take on Miami. And this is the Dolphins wideout. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 55-yard touchdown. The Dolphins run their winning streak to 5 straight as they get another W. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And it's Jordan Addison. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Lions come away with a victory. They win by 6. One more to bring you, and it's from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders hosting the New York Giants. And this is the Giants running back. He gets it, he finds some field, and he's going to leave everyone in his wake. He's gone. The Giants get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, time for a look at the rest of the action going on here in week number 11 in the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Has this at the 6. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Raiders ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at 2nd in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete from the contact.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. He's going to throw it. Finds a man right side. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's complete inside the 35. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11.
Chargers 17.
The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. He's got Hampton underneath. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
That's another Chargers first down.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Only need about the length of the football. Maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. And the tight end's motioning left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
It's Hampton on second. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Behind the line of
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Third down.
Again, it's Hampton. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first. You're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a hand.
Still ain't handle business in other league.
They've got second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Now Herbert to throw. That one's good to McConkey. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
10 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
Herbert to throw once more. He's it down close. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers start the second half with some needed points.
The Chargers.
Herbert throwing again. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
First down, play action. Buying some time right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Throwing again on second. Trying to lob that one in, but no luck.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long. Back to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. Complete over the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 34. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down, Raiders.
Shotgun give here to Genty. He made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that first down carry.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust your tackles and keep those legs pumping.
It's a screen play to Genty. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
With that down the distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's home run on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door.
And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so... tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He fields it from the 8. Things going well so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. Herbert on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Now the inside give to Hampton. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
He was tackled.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd and 7.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The #1 thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down. This make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
The Raiders team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Raiders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. They'll come out throwing. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Air it out on 3rd. Escapes out to the left. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
A gain of 31 yards.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking in the air here. All in left side. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Here's Genty. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. PAT effort coming up. He connects on the point after. And the Raiders double their lead to 14.
42. Chargers 28.
The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Here's Hampton, open the drive. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Play action now for Herbert. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And this one does not go far.
To number 86. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. And goes to the hurry up here.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
It's Herbert once more. And he's tackled for no gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Herbert again. Finds a man right side. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Makes the catch. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
Herbert to throw once more. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers now within 1 score in the 4th.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it and see if you can be successful again? They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence. Like you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. And off to Genty. And they will finally catch up to him in just a second before he could reach that 40. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Counter give to Genty. And gets a few on the plunge forward. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Giving this to Genty. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
1st
and 10 from the 43.
A gain of 15. And the Las Vegas first down.
This time it's a passing play. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
70, Timberwolves.
They give up the guts. It's Genty. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the fourth. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Raiders leading by 6. Will this drive continue? Here comes third down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it. Knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
He's looking deep once again. The man is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on down.
Putting the tight end in motion. Setting up to pass. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he's going to be dropped down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. The time is there, but the timeouts are not. You've got to be smart. It's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. Here he is to throw. Pass is cut and denied. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
18 more yards. That's another Chargers.
Back to throw. He's got it. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in. And now an extra point will give him the lead and maybe the win. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We're approaching 50 seconds to play. It's second and 10. He'll look to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Throwing now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Down the score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. All set to go now from the 35. They're going to pass it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. This is second and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
And Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Complete here to Hinton. And he's got the Charger first down. And that should be all she wrote in this one. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Line up the design keeper. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And they take not just a victory, but some serious
These
year-long bragging
motherfuckers
rights
choked
home
at
with
the
them after this
last
one, as they finish
fucking
out the sweep of their
4
division
minutes.
rivals.
Are you fucking serious? Y'all don't want to catch the ball now. Jordan, that was an easy one-on-one. Double me. Come on. What the fuck? You dropped that shit. We'd have won the game.